Wow. I don't know what to say. It's been a minute since I planned this. And me and my guy, I'm gonna try to pronounce this right. Blafamilia. That's his company. When I first met him, he had one camera. He was like, "Pete, we need to do this." I was like, "Cool or whatever," you know what I mean? And he called me and he said, "Man, P, I got 3 cameras now. I got 3 of the best cameras, and man, I'm ready." And let me shout out to Thank Media Tank on YouTube. I watched them a lot. Got a lot of respect for them. And he said, Thank Media, he said, "Start when you think you ain't ready." I called him yesterday. I said, "Man, plug up the camera. I come record tomorrow." I want to shot somebody out real quick because I'm grown and I can I say something?
Go ahead.
I'm grown and I can say something. I want to shout out Miss Tullis. I think she was my 7th grade teacher. You know what? I cheated off my sister one day, her work. Brought it back to her school. You gave her an A and gave me an F. Look at me now. I done made it now, Miss Tullis. I don't know if you're still around. I don't know how old you are, but I done made it. Look at me now. Miss Tullis gave me a bad grade, and I know I cheated off my sister. But now, shout out to Miss Tullis, man. I wasn't really a good kid in school. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I was never like, my son kind of like me in the earlier years of school, as in when we kind of don't know something, instead of I didn't understand when I was a kid. I did not understand that no question was a dumb question. I mean, it took me till I got 30 to understand that. But yeah, like I said, shout out, man, to Miss Tullis. Like, shout out all the teachers and all the stuff I learned. I didn't make it out of high school, but I got my GED. So yeah, I tell them that in prayers and got my GED. But yeah, shout out to my family, man. They called me up. They just blessed me with this stage, and I'm forever grateful for that. I'm gonna explain his name. He put the B on La Familia. That means the family, right? The family. That means the family, right? So his wife is actually Puerto Rican, and he's black. So Blafamilia. So man, shout out to them, man, just for opening up his doors and investing. I don't know how much money. I just know it's a lot, and believing in what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, man. This is my first episode, and I'm just gonna set a standard of what I'm doing and where I'm coming from. I'm gonna be talking about I mostly want to talk about like the culture of where our culture is going. I'm gonna be talking about some names that you know. I'm gonna be talking about some names that you don't know. But mostly, I'm always gonna be on it. Some stuff you're not gonna agree with me with. Some stuff you're gonna be into agreement with me with. Cause I always tell people it can be 2 rights. You can be right and I can be right. That's why it's just a lot of subjects, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be on. So this is just that setting the standards, but I'm gonna do some shout outs first. I'm gonna shout, I'm a God dude. Anybody know that? So I'm gonna just shout out to God first. But that's gonna be like one of the first things I wanna get into to start my podcast, because I wanna know where people stand on their faith and their religion. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say they stand with you on what they believe in, but that's gonna be one of the first things I just wanna get that out the way, just to let people know where I stand on that, because that's very important in my life. But look, I'm gonna shout out somebody, and this is gonna sound funny. I met this person through a good friend of mine, an entertainer. I met this person through Young Buck, you know what I'm saying? And she just has been a sister to me. And so my girl, Realtor Creek, and her friend of hers, Detroit. When I first, if you guys don't know, I'm Rickiesworld. I already got a YouTube. Check that out, Rickiesworld on YouTube. But when I first started my YouTube, they was like, "Hey, P, you need to do a podcast," and I kind of already had that, me and family. So it was just so I just wanted to shout that out. I want to shout out Kanye, man. I'm always gonna give him his flowers on the strength of he's for everybody. His favorite quote, and I say it a lot, and I love it, is if one win, we all win. And that's what I'm, if you know me, if anybody know me, they know I'm a team player, and I'm always trying to do what benefits everybody. But I'm gonna tell you something. The sad thing about it is now, like, you gotta have a real self plan. Everybody ain't going with you. Everybody don't. The people around you might not believe in nothing you do. And again, I'm a godly man, and I always try to. I'm a guy. I've read scripture from the front to the back, so I'm not religious at all. Like I said, I'm gonna get into that real quick, but I understand a lot of times in the Bible wise, nobody really never know what you was doing when God gave you a plan, and nobody knew. You barely knew what the mission was. You just knew that you was going on a mission. So I tell people all the time, don't be offended when family members, friends don't believe in you. If you really believe that God put something in you, the talent in you to do what you gotta do it. Just do it. And just do it. And be okay with showing them. You know what I'm saying? Don't come with no, oh, y'all didn't believe in me. They ain't supposed to. It ain't their dream. You know what I'm saying? So, man, do what you do. I'm gonna give a couple more shout outs. I gotta go ahead and do this, get this out the way, because this, I won't be on this. I gotta give out flowers. My boy, Cake, you know what I'm saying? It's somebody that I started out with. He ain't with me now. Actually, we were supposed to been doing this together. But my black men need to shatter their ego. And I preach to him. I preach to anybody that stand up for what's right. Don't stand up because if you are more cooler with this person or his family, and don't destroy a relationship with somebody that could help you further in your career or what you doing, just because one of your family members or something are wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't, I don't have no problem with it and everything, but don't shatter your careers like that. that ain't it, man. You know what I mean? Everybody mess with Buck, but people got their opinions or whatever. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. I got I would never play it on here. I got an exclusive track of Buck that he's doing with DJ Paul, and I got it in my phone. And I would never play it on here, and I would never try to distort his business, because that's his business. You know what I'm saying? That ain't, you don't play with people's material. I understand. I got I would never play it on here. I got an exclusive track of Buck that he's doing with DJ Paul, and I got it in my phone, and I would never play it on here, and I would never try to distort his business, because that's his business. You know what I'm saying? That ain't, you don't play with people's material. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are or whatever. He could be mad at you. I could be mad at him right now. All that's fine, but he said something in the song, and hopefully don't get mad at me for saying this, but he said that it ain't really one rapper in Nashville that he hadn't done nothing for. And he wasn't speaking, and I don't think he was speaking in the sense of every rapper in Nashville, but I stood right beside Jay-Z because of him. Because he he put me in that position to, be in the presence of kings, and you know what I mean, because that's I look at my artists and my rappers as kings. You know what I'm saying? You can disagree with their rhymes, you can disagree with their raps, because a lot of people really speaking on what they know or what they done seen. So you can't knock somebody because they talking about somebody died and they seen it with their face. I've seen it. Best friend got killed right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't nothing outside of the normal for us. You know what I'm saying? We've all been through that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he said this. He said when he said it ain't a rapper that ain't done nothing for, because this is why I understand. He put you around people. He done put me around people, and the people he put me around, I got their number. So if you think he capitalized, and not to put his business out there, when he was on the bus with Juvie, he capitalized with 50. So if you didn't learn nothing from him, you need to learn that he capitalized. Yeah, he was on that with Juvie, but he met 50, did what he had to do, and look, he the only platinum selling black artist in Nashville rap as I know of. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Buck, man, because he's always put me around the people that I needed to, be around. So shout out to him, man. I'm gonna give the flowers early because I ain't finna have time to do that, because I got a whole agenda with my show and where my show is going. Family is always gonna be good. Family's always gonna be good. And the reason I'm shouting out my family, because they bag me up. They don't gotta believe in it. I'm not saying they do or they don't, but that ain't my concern. My concern ain't them believing in it or whatever. But I was raised up in a Christian house. This is the thing. The reason why I want to start with this discussion is because I want to ask you a question. When have you ever seen, not racist at all, when have you ever seen a white man walk into any neighborhood and be comfortable? I haven't seen that before. I haven't. Ever. But I've seen a black man walk in any neighborhood and do whatever he wanted to do, no matter if it was a sacrifice or whatever. And that's my first point. Man, I want to talk about the culture. I want to talk about the culture through my whole experience of a podcast. And I want to start with religion. And I always try to identify what God that you serve and what God I serve, because if you know what I know, it's a whole lot of different ones. Mine is the black Jesus. Jesus went to every neighborhood. He went everywhere. Jesus was unliked by so many. When Jesus walked in certain neighborhoods, he could stay there for a minute and then he had to flee. I don't know a white man that has been through that, but I know a lot of black men has been through that. I don't, not racist, but I feel like if a white man was doing the miracles that Jesus was doing, like they would have celebrated that. But just because it was somebody of my color doing that, that wasn't real feasible for a lot of them. It might not have been feasible for his own kind. You know what I mean? I ain't saying because his own kind hated on him too. So I represent the black Jesus with the nappy hair. I represented the Jesus that loved people like I love people and not one genre of people. That's what I'm saying. Like Jesus loved everybody, but Jesus was smart. Jesus was about his money. He was about his talent. People don't understand. Most of the Bible is about Jesus and money. And that's why he said Jesus liked to prosper. Like everywhere he went, it don't matter if it was a conversation. It don't matter if it was a miracle. He just liked to see people prosper. And that's why he gave people the information to prosper. So that's just what I represent, and just I want to get that out the way because I'm a God man. I want to speak on the Kanye situation. Well, I understand that our kings are everywhere. Our kings are not just working jobs, and our kings are pastors, they are deacons, our kings are rappers, and our kings are, well, Kanye, I understand what he's doing. Shout out to Gemini, you know what I mean? That's my Gemini brother too, so I ain't gonna be biased on that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Gemini. But I understand that Kanye is trying to do stuff from a godly point of view, which they don't understand, which is really a good point of view. Yeah, I watched a little Drink Champ interview. Nori, I mess with y'all, I'm subscribed to y'all and all that, but the channel got a little bias, you know, with the Kanye interview because just in my opinion, I ain't throwing no shade or nothing like that, but just in my opinion, you brought Kanye to the show to check him. I can't think of your co-host right now, but shout out to him because if you didn't notice, he checked you every single time. He kept on saying something about freedom of speech, and I know Kanye wasn't bagging down about it, but look, what I didn't like was this. Yeah, Kanye talking about the Jews, and yeah, they got a lot of fault. So you can't knock him for feeling a certain way about him. So how did you have a white Jew walk out to him? How Kanye didn't know he was there? You mean to tell me first of all, let me say this. If I hear another black broke person that's not on Kanye level say Kanye is crazy, he's this and that, I'ma scream. Like, Kanye's a genius, bro. Like, people don't understand it. Everybody got trauma. Everybody got trauma, so you can't just try to use Kanye for his trauma just because you see what he say because his platform is big. Well, what do you say and we don't see? So I don't care what you say. If you black, you got trauma. So I don't want to hear no other black person talking about how crazy Kanye is and he a billionaire. I don't care what you say. Yeah, we don't know what Jigga tell him because Jigga ain't gonna entertain y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know if the Drink Champs was like a come to check Kanye because every time Kanye says something about the Jews or something, it's kind of more like Nori was trying to check him. But like I said, shout out to Nori's co-host. And he kept on saying freedom of speech, and Kanye wasn't backing down. Like, I understand Kanye when he kept on saying, I'm jealous of the Jews. He's not saying he mad at them. He trying to speak to his community, talking about, we need to be more like them. Why come everybody on code but us? Why come every race is on code but us? And so that's why I understand Ye saying, yeah, if y'all bag me up, I'll bag y'all up. Because yeah, when anybody of another race, I don't care what race it is, I'm not pointing one race out, when they attack your brother, step up. Step up, man. Step up. So I totally understand that Kanye is coming from a biblical stand of trying to do something in a community, in a rap community, that ain't what they want. And that's why he got the crowds like he got when he's preaching and doing all that. Because that's where he's coming from. So I understand that, and y'all don't understand it, but it works. It ain't nothing but unity and love. That's all it is. But I understand everybody can't speak out on everything. That's why I respect Boosie. Guess what? Yeah, he don't understand. This one thing you can't do. And I'm gonna touch back on Boosie in a minute, but I want to touch on Kanye and Puffy first because that's where it started. Well, you can't check me as a man. unless you check me right. I don't care how much money you got. You can't check me as a man unless you check me right. Guess what? If you know me a little bit, you know how to check me right. So when you take it to the public and check me and you go to the internet with it, now I gotta get internet. And see, and I understand that the enemy want our kings to fight. Ooh, they love it that Kanye and Puffy is having but guess what? At the end of the day is, as a man, each one of them got an ego. So you might could just check me on Tuesday. I got a friend of mine, I ain't gonna say her name, but she say this, she say, don't call me with no bad news till after 2, no matter what it is, unless it's like about my mama. So I understand that Puff could have checked him right, but Puff checked him wrong, and it made him do White Lives Matter. Now, he didn't do that because he wanted to. What I respect about him, because he apologized on Drink Champs. He said, I want to apologize to the people I hurt because it really wasn't for us. That was he was doing that for a person like Puff or something, you know what I'm saying? Like a Nori or something, like, you know what I mean? Trying to, like, don't check me, you know what I'm saying? Or know how to check me. So I totally understand where Kanye is coming from and the unity he's trying to bring to the table. So, I'm everybody's confused right now because Puffy's talking about love, which is all good. Kanye talking about Jesus, which is all good. When it's the same thing, Kanye said something. Lauryn Hill told him that when he said, "I'm the leader," he said Lauryn told him, "You a leader." So that's where most black men getting it twisted, that we are all leaders. Everybody lead in. This is my position right here. This is what I do. When the cameras come on, I get on the mic and do what I do and try my best to rationalize what's going on and try my best to be on both sides and always, I always feel like it's two rights. I always feel like I can be right and you can be right. So I'm trying to rationalize with how Puffy feel. I'm trying to rationalize how Kanye feel. And I understand they both talking about the same thing. But everybody got to know that they strong in their weakness because you can't do everything. So everybody can be a leader, just lead in your position. So, I feel like the Drink Champ got kind of a little more political on Kanye than giving him a platform to speak and share to everybody how he feel. But shout out to Kanye, man, for, for being extending that olive branch of apology, you know what I'm saying? Because he did affect people and hurt people, and like I was mad about it, but I understand that egos kick in sometimes, you know what I mean? And I know nobody don't like him because of Trump. Let me break that down for you. I got to go here. I just got to go here, and I got to go here. Well, okay, you don't like Trump, but you like Joe Biden. I don't understand that. I'm a recipient of a 25-year sentence for marijuana. Marijuana is legal now. And I hear you, Joe. I hear you talking about something about pardon and all this and that. I'm right here, Joe. I don't know if you'll ever hear this message. I don't know if this message ever get to you. Tag them or something. But I'm here. 25-year sentence, went to prison for weed. I'm here. I don't see how Joe Biden signed that crime bill that put y'all black men. I want the women to hear me and I want the women to listen to me because for some reason, and I'll talk about that in a later segment, our women and our black women and our black men, we're hitting a target. We're bumping heads now like I've never seen. I came up with my grandmama and granddad. I remember it was family. So we'll get to that. But Joe Biden signed the most racist bill that you'll ever in your life hear. Prison it's the equivalent of the same thing as racist slavery, if not worse. This is why I say it's worse. When you go to prison, if you don't work for them for 17 cents an hour, you go to the hole. Slavery days, when you didn't work, they put you in a little hole. They let you out 15 minutes or whatever. It's the same thing in prison. They are killing black men in prison. When a black man didn't do what they wanted to back in slavery, they killed him. Same thing. The food they are feeding the prisoners in prison, I think the plate was equivalent of 60 cents. I mean, don't that sound like some slop? And so you got a person that's super duper racist as a president who my people, I don't say I'm not gonna say they respect them, but I guess they say the good of the evil. I guess he's not as evil as they say Trump is, but I don't see that because that's the biggest racist bill ever signed. That now we can put black men, black women at the most in slavery legally. And I want my black women to hear me on this issue more than anything, because I understand that Biden, he put 2 black women in office. I also understand that they both have white husbands and don't have no problem with white. Trust me, I got friends that love me and we love each other, but I also understand that. So I don't see how Trump is any near worse than a guy that has put your black men in slavery. I just don't see it. So and I know y'all, a lot of people's not gonna understand that, you know what I'm saying, because they haven't been there. But if you speak to people like me, I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from this what they said it is. I'm not speaking from that. Well, they killed one guy in prison and laughed at it and talked about it and bragged on it. Yeah, so I just don't, so Kanye, I'm voting for Kanye. I'm rolling with Kanye. How are you rolling with Joe Biden? If you ride with Joe Biden after what I just told you, and if you go research it, see, we are tired of I'm sorry. If you work for me and you work a whole week and I don't pay you, and you know I got the money and I just tell you, I can't pay you this week, I'm sorry. Are you going to accept that? No, you're going to say, you got the money, pay me. Just being honest, you got the money, pay me. So that's equivalent of a Joe Biden. Like, no, don't just tell us you're sorry. Get in office and do something to where we can feel repaid for the debt for the hurt and harm that you caused. Your family owns slaves, so of course we know you as captains lock you up. Your family owns slaves. Come on, man. And I'm not even trying to be hard on them like that. I'm doing it for the culture. I'm just trying to put the culture on to something. Yeah, that way all your black men locked up for charges. Yeah, you can lock us up, but give us the due of what we locked up for. Don't double sentence us. That we deserve a 10 and you give us a 20. Come on now. That's overdoing it. So I have talked about this to my family. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So man, Kanye, shout out to Kanye, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm voting for you if I can. Once I get my little situations. If Joe Biden do what he say he gonna do, I better vote 2024. You know what I'm saying? If he do what he say he gonna do, if he pardoned, because I'm one of the people that need to be pardoned, 25 years sentence for some weed. I never forget first when I walked in prison, Mr. Woods, shout out to Mr. Woods, man, looked out for me the whole time I was in there. He said, how much time you got? I said, I got a 25 at 30. See, this how they kill you. They kill you on that percentage. Because that percentage says that we got the choice to let you out at a percentage. Thank God I made it out in 5.5. But so, yeah, I said, I got a 25 at 30. And he said, for weed? I said, yeah. He said, nigga, you got a life sentence. And I thought about it. Done, yeah, murderers got 25s in there. I got the same thing. Murderers, kidnappers, all the other above, they got the same thing I got for weed. Wow. And so, if you're fighting for prison reform, keep fighting. What I do know is this. Joe Biden locking people up and Trump was letting some people out. See, Trump is some people miracle. Kodak Black can attest to that. Trump is some people miracle, whether you like it or not. And Joe Biden is a lot of people deaf. And your son is now on crack and been on crack. And you lift up that quarter and said, if they come with even a piece like that, we're gonna lock. And I have no. I hate it. I was listening to DL the other day. I love DL, and DL, you be on it. DL Hoogerly, and like I said, I don't know if these people ever hear my message, but I love them, and you be on it sometime. But the other day, you were so off, it don't make no sense. When you told us that we need to feel sorry for Joe Biden because he was crying because his son is back on crack. I can't feel. Joe Biden done locked so many people. He done took so many people's lives for crack. Joe Biden is getting his karma, DL. I just want you to I want people to sit back and think about it. This man has locked up so many people some people got life sentences for crack cocaine, and now your son is doing it, and you want us to feel sorry for you? No can do. No can. Black people, y'all acceptance rate is too high. Take your acceptance rate down a little bit. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture of stuff. Like, if all he got to worry about is his son being on crack, and he done took plenty of mom's sons away for life and so many years, man, he doing good. But you don't like Trump. Trump is, you like the silent racist. But I don't even think Trump racist. And small story real quick. I got to tell us about Trump. If y'all don't know, I'm an entertainment guru. Like a lot of people, I got Cocaine Music 2 intro. I got Yo Gotti That Beat. I got that film. I done show but anyway, I'm a entertainment guru. So before let me use this. If I don't know you and I was on the way to meet you or something, and I was probably with 2 or 3 people, and every single one of them told me you was a bad person, just the membrane of going in my ears, I'm probably always really gonna be respecting you for being a bad person. Just because they done fill my head up with this. Well, that's how I feel like they did Trump. But I knew something about Trump before this. My homegirls, they actually went to Howard University. And one of them was messing with Mike Tyson or whatever. And So Mike Tyson was trying to get him to come to Vegas. You know what I mean? He was out there, whatever. They was like, "No, we got school and all this." True story. We got school and all this and that. And he was like, "Well, hold up. I'm gonna put somebody on the phone, and you'll probably want to come." Who we put on the phone? Donald Trump. Y'all gonna think I'm a little biased. Me and Trump's birthday is the same day, 6/14. Me and Trump birthday at the same day, but it's not biased because it's his birthday, because we got the same birthday. But I understand real racist people. Real racist people don't even like black people. Period. Point blank. You got. Let me say this. I'd rather be a Trump supporter than a Joe Biden. But I'm gonna say this because I gotta check y'all black people just sometime, because my show is built off of honesty, it's built off of character, and it's built off of what I'm talking about. But okay, so I'm gonna say this. Y'all was mad at Trump for saying he don't want no black people in his house. That's what black people say. Come on. Y'all, every black person I know, my Uncle Ricky, I love him to death, God rest his soul. He didn't, I ain't gonna say he didn't, but he used to always be like, man, black people, they mess up your shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so, anyway, I don't see Trump as being racist. Like, I think every white person got a little something in from what they was taught. We all got that, but I don't see him being the Joe Biden. So, moving on along. So, I just want to kind of touch on that. and I probably won't even touch on that subject no more. Moving right along. I've been in the entertainment world for a while. And I just want to speak on Charleston White. You know, it's getting to the point now in my mindset to where, like, I don't know if this is really entertainment, or I don't know if this is a real character, what he's on. Believe this or not, it's just a couple of things I don't agree with him on. This one thing, if you say you're a man of character, kids is always off limits. And everybody, I hate when people, let me get on that. I hate when people say kids and women is off limits. No, everybody is off limits. Everybody is off limits. Not just kids and women, everybody's off limits. I hear a lot of rappers, and I'm sorry, there's a lot of people say that, and not just rappers, a lot of people say that, but because I'm a hood guy. But everybody's off limits. So but Charleston White, for what he say he stand for, like, I didn't see him going at no kids, and I'm talking about T.I.'s son and Boosie's son. I didn't see him going after them like that, because that's what you say you stand for the kids. And man, you've been a kid before, and you understand kids do what they do. They don't even know a lot of consequences on what they do. So, that wasn't it right there. I felt like everybody. T.I., I didn't even think I didn't even think you took him serious like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even see I can't. Man, getting on rappers. This is funny. And is our rappers the kings or some kings? Because it's a lot of kings. And I understand music so much. And they could pick on music all day, but you can't rap about nothing but what you've seen and what you've done. And so, like I said, I understand that Kanye is trying to do it on a godly level. And one thing about it is, I hate that the music is so bad, and I hate that all the rappers are into it with each other, because I just know it's the plan of the enemy, just to kind of keep them against each other. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, because like I said, our kings are our kings. So I think a king come with money. I don't believe you can be broke and be a king at the same time. Like I said, I just go back to, I always try to take you a little bit of Bible. I'm gonna take that back a little bit when I say king, because David was cleaning up shit. Everybody thought the clean people was the king, And David was back there cleaning up shit, and they was telling Joseph like, "No, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it." Man, I always probably gonna bring up the Bible because I just understand that it's really, really true. Not the whole thing. Everybody know the Bible done been touched 15,000 times, but if you really go read the stories and what it's talking about, you will see that you go through the same thing. We already know, all done been through it. Go read about Jesus. Jesus took the same sacrifice as George Floyd, Michael Brown, Philando Castile. I mean, that's why I'm trying to tell people that Jesus is black, because what messed black people up was that image, that idol on the wall. My grandmother had it. So if you gonna try to act like your my grandmama had it. They had the white Jesus on there. I'm not keep on. Only reason I'm even keep bringing religion up because that's where it started. Really, it don't start nowhere from religion. But if somebody blinds you and tell you a false part about religion, now it took me to get to prison to read the Bible to understand, like, dang, Jesus was black. It's not. Well, it's not about. Now that's why if you read about him, you'll understand the struggles as a black man you go through. Like I said, and I'm gonna touch on this just a little bit. The black men and the black women has fell off tremendously. I don't know if it was cool back in the day for my granddaddy to say, "Hey, you ain't got to work, and I'm just gonna sit here and pay bills and be broke." I don't know if that was, but one thing about it is, it kept them close. It kept the black man and it kept the black woman close. So now, if you've done your research, black women is becoming successful at the highest rate of the world right now. So, is that balancing the relationship out now to where, like, yeah, you really the man, but you ain't the man because I'm the man, and I think that's just tearing us apart. I think there's tearing us apart. We need our black woman again. I've heard Taraji and them get on stage talk, we need our black men. No, we need our black women. We need our black women to start back trusting in us. We need our black women to see what prison system is doing to us. We need our black women to see how hard it is out here every day. We need our black women to see, like, this is the story of our life right here. I worked at a place, I'm gonna call the place out. I worked at a place called Care Supply. I hadn't been out of prison maybe 6 months. Remind you, before I went to prison, I had my own entertainment company. I traveled with celebrities, and I had my own clothing store, and that ain't a brag, that's just a fact. And that's just something you need to know. So when I went to the job interview, they had a lot of positions open. They had it was like a 38,000, and then it was a 43, and then it was like a 57 or something. He was giving me a range of what the lowest was from the highest. So, make a long story short, I end up getting he was like, well, everybody always start at the lowest, and I was like, cool. He said, I see your resume, and I see you had your own clothing store. I was like, yeah. I said, so I have no problem with stepping up. Make a long story short, they put me at the very back. I made it to wheel call, and that's at the front, but it's not the front, in a month. It was like a month and a half or something. They wanted me up there. That took me from, about $2 or something. They gave me like an extra $2 or something. And I got so cool with the owner and the front desk people, they wanted me with them. And they went and played the owner, and I'm gonna say it again, Care Supply, so y'all just know what job I'm talking about. You can look them up. And this don't have nothing to do with the job, because it's actually some great people that work there, and it's actually some great people that pretty much own it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they went and played the race game. It was like, we need a black person up here. We haven't had a black person up here, this and that, this and that. And Ricky would be great. Well, they knew I'd be great because they knew I could learn. And then they knew, we was coming up, you work off commission up front. And that was just me because I'm like, I can sell, I can sell water to them well, you know what I mean? So they went and they convicted the owner. And the owner was like, hell yes, great job. That's good. Went to my boss, and my boss hated it and was like, no, I need Ricky back here. I just tell you that story. That's the story of a black man's life. Like, when I first did the first interview with you, you said you can move up. You just didn't think I was gonna move up that quick. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a story of like, I'm just giving my black women a story of like, we go through this every day. You know what I'm saying? We go through this every day. So, I'm gonna be talking about my culture a lot on this show. I'm gonna have some good guests. You might know the guests, you might not know the guests. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have some good guests, but I'm gonna be on my culture. I'm trying to figure out now who to watch and who to listen to and who's in position. I'm voting for Kanye. I'm rolling with Kanye. He's the closest person to God that I feel. I like what Diddy's doing. And with my own town, everybody know my own town. I love hip hop. I love the rap scene. And we got a whole lot of talent down here, but we gotta step it up. You haven't made it yet until you have made it. You ain't nobody until you somebody. My last word for this, my first podcast, man, I want y'all to, thank y'all for tuning in. If you tuned in, I want y'all to share this. My Instagram is Rickiesworld 1.0. My other YouTube is Rickiesworld. Google me. But, I think about the Tennessee Vols. Shout out to the Tennessee Vols. And I want to leave y'all on this word. Shout out to Tennessee Vols. Think about the Vols. And we were so tight going into this Alabama game. And we was, when you ain't beat somebody 15, person don't beat you up 15 times. Come on, man. Ain't nobody, man, this person done beat you up. This person, you done came out with black eyes and everything. This person done beat you up to where, like, one time, couple times, you ain't even get a lick. You ain't even get a lick in. Did you even pinch the bitch? Is this camera working or this one? Which one is it, homie? Which is this one? Okay, I want to talk to him.
Go there, let's see.
Which one?
Go
Is
there.
work? Okay.
Go there.
You ain't even pinched the bitch.
No, come here.
Okay. Let me get it. Person done whooped your ass 15 times. You ain't even pinched the bitch. And you come back and you ain't afraid. A lot of our dreams is upon us. And TDJ said this one time. He said, God, why would you show me this stuff and you could just give it to me, but you show me that it's mine? And I think that's the way of life. I think the way of life is you work hard and you go step by step. And I understand that you're going to have to get stronger, and you're going to have to get stronger, and you're going to have to get stronger. And that's when the blessing comes. Because when the real blessing of God comes, it comes to bless multiple people. I always tell people that, I told Buck this a lot. I love young Buck. That's my guy. I love him to death. I'm always going to support him. I can get mad at him. He can get mad at me. I'm fine. But I always told him that a lot of people dream of the world. And any platform I get, a lot of people's always welcome. I never want to just be the big man myself. I understand. I tell people this. Why I go to every job and I work like it's my own, because I'm a servant of Jesus.